Hey there, Heather Boyd Wire here, and today it's Tip Tuesday. Today we're making rings and earrings with wire coils. You're going to need a ring mandrel, your tools, 8mm beads, 20 gauge wire, and some earring hooks. So we're going to start with about 8 to 10 inches of 20 gauge wire and wind it around a piece of 12 gauge wire just to form the coil. I made about 16 coils. We're going to remove it from the thicker wire and then curve it around. So this is going to be the base part, and we're going to put on our 8mm miracle bead, put it right to the end there, hold it firmly in place, and wind the coil around, all the way around so it's centered there. The vertical wire is right in the middle. We're going to bend it over and around to hold that at the halfway point, and then we're going to flip it over there and clip that end with our flush cutters. So from there we're going to bring the other end all the way around, stick the end through the first coil, grab it with the pliers if it's easier, and then pull it through just to complete that coil around the outside. And then from there, we're just going to pull that end, give it a little tug, and clip it. So we have the bead fully surrounded with the coil. You can do any adjusting with your flat pliers that you need so it's nicely centered. Now we're going to get a piece of 18 gauge wire for the band. Just a few inches is good. And take one of the ends and just bend it out. And then measure how wide you need the space for the flower or the coil. And we're going to push the other end out. So they're just out to the sides. Clip them a little shorter. It's going to be easier to put them through the coil, and then take your coiled piece and put it through one end. Just hook it in there and push the end down so it won't come out. And then we're going to take the other end and put it on the exact opposite side, pull it through the coil, and then slide it on the ring mandrel to have the right size. Push it in place with your thumbs. Take the end with your flat pliers and give it a good little tug. Flip it around and do the same on the other side. Good little tug. And then we're going to clip those ends flush with our flush cutters and pinch in the ends, just so they're sitting right in there flush. They won't be scratchy. And then put it back on the ring mandrel to adjust it. And there you have your coiled wire ring. So for the earrings, we're going to do the same thing. We're just going to wind the 20 gauge wire around the 12 gauge wire about 16 times. It really depends on how wide you want the coils to be spaced. If you want to put them closer together, you can use a longer wire and make more coils. So we'll just go all the way around till we have enough and remove that thicker wire. Bend it around to make a little curve. Bring both wires to the same size and push them straight down. Clip them shorter so they're about the same length, and then you can put the miracle bead on both wires. You want to make sure your bead has a large enough hole, so these 8mm miracle beads do have a decent size hole to put both wires through. You can always use 22 gauge wire if the 20 is too thick. Now we're going to bend the wires to the back on either side of that center loop. So then we're going to clip those ends flush. Remove the ends and get some flat pliers just to pinch them in so they're not scratchy. Those are the Xeron tweezer nose pliers. They're very handy for little spaces. And then do any little adjusting if you have to bring those coils closer together. And then you want to make sure that center loop is accessible for the earring hook. We're going to stick the earring hook on that loop. Now it's going to be needed to be adjusted just a little half turn so the earring sits the right way. So just give it a little half turn. And there's your pair of earrings. So thanks so much for watching the video. Give it a big thumbs up if you liked it. Be sure to subscribe to my channel for lots more wire art and jewelry making videos. And if you'd like to share photos of your wire art and jewelry, be sure to join the Wire Makers Club on Facebook. And if you'd like to check out my work on Etsy, my husband and I specialize in custom wedding cake toppers and funky jewelry. I also have a mailing list, so if you'd like to sign up below, I'll send you my Wire Art Essentials ebook. So thanks again for watching, and we'll see you the next time.